Hey, it's me, Vicky Marie. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you are in this crazy world we're living in. So we've got a little bit more craziness now. Not exactly craziness, but more information coming out about the Jay Slater case. So we know we've got the documentary to look forward to on Sunday that on Channel 4 at 9 p.m. at UK time. It feels like every day we're going to be leading up to this. We're going to be drip fed, aren't we? A little bit of information that we didn't know before. So the information that's come out today is that this final message of Jay's that has never been released before. Also, we find out that in the documentary, I think we're going to hear the actual 112 call that Lucy 112 is the equivalent of 999 in Spain. The emergency call that Lucy made, concerned about Jay. We're going to hear that as well. So I think we're going to hear quite a few things we didn't know before. And I would imagine that all this week building up to this documentary, which airs this Sunday, I think it's the 28th of September, 9 o'clock, as I say, in the evening, UK time, on Channel 4. We will be analysing it afterwards, definitely. I hope you get a chance to watch it. I'm going to try and record it as well. I'll certainly be watching it, try and record it. Don't know if I'll manage to do that, but I'll try my best one way or another. Upload it maybe on Rumble. I won't probably be able to upload it on YouTube. That we can watch it together and talk about it afterwards. So that's what we'll do next week. But in the meantime, as I say, leading up to this documentary, it looks like little nuggets of information are going to come out. And the information that's come out today, literally today in the Leeds Live, and it's probably in other publications, is Jay Slater's tragic final text to his friend before he was found dead. So, yeah, you can see that. Okay. Oh, that's good. Okay. It's kind of like he just knew he wasn't going to make it. Here's Jay in Happier Times with Debbie. You do feel that they were very close. I really feel for Debbie. As I've said in previous videos, she's the one waking up every morning and is not there in her house. She revealed, didn't she, that she hasn't unpacked his suitcase. She opens his case and just smells him in the case and then closes it again. She can't bring herself to unpack it. So Jay Slater sent a chilling final message to his mate, which was only delivered after his tragic death. I'm not going to go through the story of how Jay disappeared, etc., because I think we all know that. He was missing for a month. And the investigation into his death revealed he'd vanished after being driven approximately 22 miles into the mountains to an Airbnb with two men he had met during his holiday. He tragically fell around 80 foot to his death. I mean, that's a massive fall, isn't it? In a dangerous ravine while attempting to walk back to his accommodation. So within hours of his disappearance, a flurry of online speculation sparked conspiracy theories, leading to a social media frenzy. They always say it's a social media frenzy, but there's a mainstream media frenzy as well. Spearheaded by armchair detectives, the case garnered global attention with over 30 million videos online speculating about his whereabouts. So now a new documentary is set to play out his family's quest for answers and marks the first time they have spoken publicly about the heartbreaking case. During one poignant moment, Jay's mum, Debbie, recounted finding an unsent message when she accessed her son's Snapchat account. Upon finally receiving Jay's phone, she said, when we signed into Jay's Snapchat, there was an unsent message from Jay to Brad. So the message was obviously just flying around. Then the message sent to Brad, which obviously gave Brad a fright. He messaged me straight away, "Are you on Jay's phone?" I said, "Yeah, we've just signed into his Snapchat." You know, Brad is the mystery man as well, isn't he? He did not speak at the inquest, not even by video link. So he said, I've just got a message that's just come through from Jay. The last message he sent, he said, "Listen, I'm not going to make it." It's kind of like he knew he just wasn't going to make it. Jay's mobile is thought to have lost power when his conversation with his mate Lucy Law concluded at 8:50. And they're showing this picture, this supposedly the picture of the text. "Listen, I'm not going to make it." So the documentary also features a frantic 999 call. Obviously, it wasn't 999, it would be 112. She placed to Spanish authorities where she explains Jay says he's going to die up there. And if you're ever in Spain and you need emergency services, you ring 112 and you ask for an English speaker. They will speak to you in English. Lucy had been acquainted with Jay for approximately 6 years and was the final person to have a telephone conversation with him. During the call to Spanish officers, Lucy explains, "My friend has met some people and they've drove him up to the mountains. I don't know why, and he's left the house. And I don't know if something happened, and I was telling him, you need to go back to your friends and tell them to drive you back down. And he said, no, I can't. But I don't know why that was. I mean, why do you think he said he can't go back to the house?" Now, I've been thinking about that, and I thought, well, yeah, maybe he just felt embarrassed. Maybe he meant because he didn't know the way back to the house because he was completely lost. So I don't think he would have even known the way back, even if he would have wanted to go back. But maybe something did happen there. You know, I don't think we'll ever know the truth of what happened at the house, but I do believe that Jay's death was an accident. So the officers then requested the friend's identity, and Lucy informed them it is Jay Slater. And the authorities inquire if her companion has requested rescue, and she responded, yes. He said he feels like he's going to die up there. Well, we haven't heard that before. And then the phone cut off. The recording from the emergency call has never been broadcast previously and provides fresh insight into the incidents of June the 17th. Now, you know, why was this not brought up at the inquest? Channel 4's upcoming documentary, The Disappearance of Jay Slater, set to air next weekend, promises to shed new light on the case. Well, we've already had new light on the case, haven't we? So it will include previously unseen CCTV footage, unheard audio recordings, unsent messages, and intimate access to the Slater family as they seek answers about Jay's fate. That's a lovely photo too of Debbie, but unfortunately with a, I think we have to remember, don't we, as well, there'll be no more photos of Jay, bless him. He's a very photogenic boy. He's always smiling on all his pictures, isn't he? But he's forever 19. We will never see any photos of him, any new photos of him. And yeah, very poignant picture that, because I do feel these two were close. And I just don't know how it must be for her waking up every morning and he's not there. So we're waiting for it, aren't we? The documentary be out on Sunday. I'll say I'll be watching it. We will go over it afterwards. And, God rest Jay's soul. Too young, 19 years old. But not the first young person to take a bad decision or a series of bad decisions. And unfortunately, I think we all do that, don't we? When we're not, said a lot and thought a lot about things I did when I was 19. Chances I took about getting in cars with people, going back to people's houses, walking home alone, in the snow a couple of times, like late at night, anything could have happened really. But I was lucky because nothing happened to me. But unfortunately, some young people aren't so lucky. Things do happen to them. It's quite a dangerous age, really, because you don't really, you think you're invincible, don't you? You don't really consider consequences. You just act spontaneously. And I think that's what Jay did. And then when he was lost up in those mountains, in that ravine and around that horrible area, he couldn't find a way out, and unfortunately he fell and he had the accident. Very sad, very, very sad, I think. Heartbreakingly sad. There he was on holiday, should have had a great time. You wish you could rewind, don't you, and take him back, and that he didn't go to the Airbnb, and although he didn't, not wait for the bus or not wait for Ayub, because Ayub had offered to take him home, but later. But, being a young person, impatient, it's like he wants to go home now for whatever reason. Maybe something did happen there at the Airbnb, but I don't believe anything, that his actual death was a result of foul play. And I don't think we'll ever know the real reason why he went back to the Airbnb. I just don't believe we ever will. So anyway, I think there'll be more little things coming out as this week continues building up to the documentary. And if there are, I will let you know about them. As always, let me know what you think in comments, but please be respectful to the family, that's all. We all have our views, we all have our theories, that's fine, but just don't be nasty to the family. That's the only question, the only stipulation. I think they're going through enough, aren't they, really? Okay, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for caring about Jay. I'll see you really soon in the next video. And until then, may your God go with you. Bye.